Ji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. And today Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, verse 42 onwards. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please take over the call whenever you are ready.
Okay. I hope you can hear properly. You let me know. And my humble
Yes,
obeisances
Prabhuji.
to all the devotees for joining this conference call, Everyday Chant. So we will be discussing about Prahlad Maharaj. So last time, 3 days ago, we discussed about Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. What he does. But Prahlad was in ecstasy because he was thinking about Krishna. So we will pray some Mangalacharan prayers. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदनाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। नमा ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। So this chapter number 4 of Canto 7, Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. Just a one verse or couple verses before, so we get a little bit background that in this background. So Prahlad Maharaj is a devotee. His father is terrorizing his own child, his own son, in such a vicious way that practically you never hear this. So Yudhishthir Maharaj and Narad Muni, they are discussing these chapters. So why this his father is terrorizing his child, trying to kill him almost. Why it is so? So he's asking those questions in the next few verses. So it is not by birth, you may say that Hiranyakashipu was a demon, but he was such an exalted devotee. How the difference is there? So nobody is qualified or disqualified by birth, but by qualities and actions. His actions with Allah, he was naturally attracted to Krishna. Anybody, he was not interested in childhood pastimes, means or anything playful. His mind was absorbed in Krishna all the time, and Krishna Grahitatma. He saw Krishna everywhere due to his love. Being always embraced by Lord Govinda, Govinda Pariramhita, he was embraced by Govinda. In his even mind, Dr. Krishna is dancing his tongue, Krishna is embracing him. So Prahlad was not aware of his action. So like what he's sitting, standing, eating, lying down, drinking. It was happening automatically, just naturally, but he was not paying attention. What he will eat, this is better, this is not good. So he would not see that. He's automatically, this is performed. Like when you drive and you learn to, then automatically you just drive. You don't even see. even break and all this happens. You will cry, laugh, joyful, dance, imitate, dance pastime, shed tears and display symptoms of ecstasy. So a spontaneous surrender devotee, the inner atmosphere is always immersed in the love of God. He was thinking of Supreme Lord, and he's just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would rub his cheeks against the wall. He see anything, he thinks of Krishna. He saw dune, like sand dunes, like sand would fly and is collect in one place. He was thinking as Gordon Hill. He was thinking the ocean is Yamuna River. So everywhere he will see, his eyes will always look. Krishna, where are you? He will see sometime Krishna face to face. But then when he run to him, then the Krishna would go away or would become more further away. In this way, a devotee's mind is always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, in serving Krishna, and he would not what others are thinking about him. Sometimes he will act as a madman. Uh, so this is a so spontaneous surrenders devotee. So they would not like to go with like politics and diplomacy, and so he never liked this. And his teacher, Shand and Amar, see their guru was Shand and Amar, this Prahlad Maharaj. Shukracharya, Shukra, Acharya. Shukra means it's just they are interested in only where they could eat best and bodily maintenance. Shukra is also Sukranu, is also sperms are also called Sukranu. So So he did not really like to listen to his materialistic teacher. Who is thinking in terms of duality. So and for this is mine, this is yours. This is mine means extended bodily consciousness. That is, I'm the body, and my relation, family, or state, or country, or universal relationship. But it is all related to the body, not to soul. Soul's relation with Krishna. That people don't think, even if they are highly elevated, but they would not go beyond the bodily relationship. He is my enemy, he is my friend, this country is my enemy because they are saying against. So that is also not good for a devotee. They don't think so and for us. This is so uh, they are always equal, equanimity, equal to everybody, whether it is enemy or friend. They don't consider anybody as enemy because everybody is part of Krishna. Everybody has Paramatma along with the soul, along with Atma. So a devotee sees everyone as a part and servant of God. He never creates materially motivated friendship or envy with others. Envy is really it is a desire of biggest desire for your devotional service. So now his father is asking him a question. Him will read all those things. So this is in response to this good association, and I will read the verses. Text number. So now one day his father invites him that please come. So his teachers are bringing him because he would not listen to the teacher and he would teach in the school itself also. So text number 42. Sa uttama shloka padaravindayor nishevaya kinchana sangalabdaya tanvan param nivrattim atmano muhur dosanga shimana tamam vyadhat. So translation purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, because of his association with perfect unallied devotees who had nothing to do. So unallied devotee means the association of Prahlad Maharaj was with Narad Muni, who had nothing to do with anything material. Prahlad, anything material means using for your sense gratification. Anything material used for Krishna, they are Krishnais. The body you use for Krishna, then it is not material body. Body is normally material, but it can be spiritualized. Anything in the material world can be spiritualized because it is one of the energy of Krishna. Although external energy, but used in connection with Krishna, then it becomes spiritualized. It is not no more material. Just like a iron, you put in the fire, it takes the fiery qualities. It will red hot and it will burn anything. Same thing, if you Krishna has made us easy to remember him, that if you smell his flower, if you go and pay your obeisance to the deities, Ashtanga Pranam or Panchanga Pranam, that has effect of almost 10 Ashwamedh Yajna. If you see the deities, then you could see and your attention to the heart, or take prasad, or walk to the temple, or Krishna. Krishna is easily pleased if your heart is in. So what we are talking about, so here, because of the association with perfect unallied devotees who had nothing to do with anything material, Prahlad Maharaj constantly engaged in service to the Lord Lotus feet. He was always serve the Lord Lotus. By seeing his bodily features when he was in perfect ecstasy, persons very poor in spiritual understanding became purified. Even if somebody sees a devotee like Prahlad, then they get purified. Such is the effect of a pure devotee. Anybody they saw Prabhupada, he was there for 3 days hardly in the Russia. Now there are millions of devotees in the Russia. Any other country you went, he met devotees just by seeing him, touching him, drinking his water that has been drink or Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad is offered to Krishna, and when Prabhupada Guru eats that, it becomes Mahaprasad. In so purport of text number 42. Apparently, Prahlad Maharaj was placed in circumstances in which he was always tortured by his father. In such material conditions, one cannot have an undisturbed mind. But since bhakti is unconditional, ahetuki apratihata, ahetuki apratihata, yayatma suprasiddha. Savai puncham paro dharmo yato bhakti adhokshaje ahetuki apratihata yayatmasu prasidati. So, ahetuki apratyaya. So, are everybody, savai puncham paro, the param dharma, the paro dharma, yato bhakti, and which you realize bhakti, you become close to Krishna, you become friendly with Krishna, you love Krishna. So, apratihata, it should not be obstructed. It should not be obstructed by anything. Jnana, karma, or your activity, or your thought. Ahetuki, and it should be without any motivation, not for sense enjoyment. Apratihata, ahetuki, apratihata means continuously. Yayatma, and by which your atma becomes peace. Because atma is part of Krishna. And if it is placed proper place, then it will be atma becomes happy. Just like when you water the roots, or if the fish is in the water, naturally fish would be happy. Otherwise, it would be very much. We are out of our natural environment. That's why we are. Uh, on the contrary, the bodily symptoms of his ecstatic love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead turned the minds of the friends who had also been born in a Christian family. They also became devotees. Instead of being disturbed by the torments of the father, Prahlad influenced his friends and cleansed their minds. Just by his association, they all became devotees, and their mind was cleansed. A devotee is never contaminated by material conditions. The real devotee is not contaminated by material conditions. But persons subjected to material conditions can become spiritually advanced and blissful upon seeing the behavior of the pure devotee. If you see the behavior, they also change. Oh, he's doing such nicely. He's from happy, they become happy. By people who see the happy people, they become happy. So it is a contagious. One time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to see a washerman in washer. He left his main road and went to that. Washerman thought that he needs some clothing to be washed or something. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, please chant, please dance. So he would not do it. But he caught hold of his hand and he started dancing. And then so much Astasati bhav came in him and become completely transformed. And his wife came to feed him. And then she said, what happened to my husband? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went giving him Krishna consciousness. But then his wife also started dancing and chanting, and so many village people came. In this way, he spread Krishna consciousness all over, practically all over South India, where he had food, and they all became devotees. So pure devotee can transform. Like Prabhupada, he could transform anyone whomever he comes in contact. Even if it is a negative press report, but by seeing the name of Krishna so many times, people get purified. So purification, the pure mind, not really so much disturbed by senses to enjoy the material world. It has to be pure, uh, like a crystal clear water. Uh, so, so text number 43. तस्मिन् महाभागवते महाभागे महात्मने हिरण्यकशिपु राजन् न करोत् समात्मजे. My dear King Yudhishthir, the demon Hiranyakashipu tormented his exalted, fortunate devotee. Although Prahlad was his own son, he tormented him. But why Prahlad was fortunate? Because he was always remembering. He would not be disturbed by any torment that his father was imposing. So when a demon like Hiranyakashipu, despite of his elevated position, due to severe austerities, he did austerity for 1,000 celestial years. So he got all this power because of that. But being to tease a devotee, but because he was doing that, he begins falling down. Anytime if you tease a devotee, you torment a devotee, you abuse a devotee, you perform uh, some some uh, some kind of Vaishnava aparad, then you fall down. One who oppresses a pure beauty loses all the result of his austerity. He did so many austerities, but he lost all of them. Penances and the pious activities. Since Hiranyakashipu was now inclined to chastise his most exalted devotee son, Prahlad Maharaj, his opulences began dwindling. So he himself became very much Hiranyakashipu, became very much afraid that my son, I cannot kill him, I cannot do anything with him. He tried many times. So now Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking questions in this text number 44 and so bhakti is unconditional. Hiranyakashipu tormented Prahlad and then this Yudhishthir is asking the question. Hiranyakashipu gives so much trouble to his pure, Shuddha and selfish sadhu. Oh, this is his son Prahlad. Oh, best of the spiritual leaders, I wish to know about that. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking questions. And what was his questions? Prahlad Maharaj. So these are the two of his questions that is imposing. And that would be in this text 44 and 45. युधिष्ठिर उवाच श्री युधिष्ठिर उवाच देवर्ष एतद् इच्छामो वेदितुं तव सुव्रत यदात्मजाय शुद्धाय हितादात साधवे यदहम. Maharaj Yudhishthir said, O best of the saints, he said this to Narad Muni, among the demigods, he is the best of the saints, among all the demigods is Narad Muni. O best of the spiritual leaders, how did Hiranyakashipu give so much trouble to Prahlad, the pure and exalted saint? Although Prahlad was his own son, I wish to know about this subject from you. See, this is described in many, many chapters about Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh. Why? The main reason that Prahlad was such an exalted devotee from very beginning, from even from the womb, he became a devotee. And by his studying Prahlad Maharaj and how demons behave, like Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyak, and how they fight. So all these things we know about devotion service from reading about Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, but Prahlad Maharaj in especially because he was so much tormented by his father, Prahlad Maharaj, his father, that that's unimaginable. People still, this was in, we are talking about Satyu many millions of years ago. But because we are followers of Bhagavatam and it is given in pages of Bhagavatam, we learn what is the behavior of the Asura, demon, against Krishna, and what is the behavior of a devotee. So, purport to know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the characteristics of his pure beauty, one must inquire from authorities like Devarshi Narad. That's what Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking. सर्वविधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेशं ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस् तत्त्व दर्शन. That one must inquire, one must ask a question. Because Jnani is Tattvadarshi, he can give you the knowledge, he can clarify your mind. So one cannot inquire about considering subject matter from a layman. It should be asked from a exalted Vaishnava. As stated in Srimad Bhagvatam, Satam Prashangan Mama Viri Samido Bhavanti Ratkarn Rashayana Kata. Only by association with devotee can one automatically understand the position of the Lord and his devotees. A devotee like Narad Muni is addressed as Subrata. Su means good and Vrata means vow. He is on good vows. Thus, the word Suvrata refers to a person who has nothing to do with material world, which is always bad. Material world, you may say, how it is bad? Because you will become sense enjoyer. Material world only, if you want to enjoy the material world, that is the external energy of Krishna. One cannot understand anything spiritual from a materialistic scholar propped up with academics. So people they are propped up, they want to, in academic knowledge they may have, but they don't have any spiritual knowledge. So it should be asked from a saintly person any question about spirituality. So in Bhagavad Gita 18:55, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yamanyashasmi tattva tato mam tattva jatva vishate tat anantaram. And there is a quotation about this Satam Prasanga. When you meet Momovir Samhita, what do you discuss? So that is been given here. Satam Prasangan Momovir Samhito Bhavanti Hratkarna Rasayana Kata Rajoshanar Apavarga Vartmani Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir Anupamishati. In the association of your duty, this word upper varga and upper varga. Pa varga means pa pa ba ba ma, and upper varga is beyond this upper pa varga. So pa means parishram, pa is penil, ba is birth, tax, ba is bhaya, and mrityu. These are upper varga, and upper varga is against this, opposite to this. So discussion happens when the pure devotee you meet the pure devotee. Discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. By cultivating this knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. So one goes for liberation is mukti from the material entanglement, and therefore he is free. Then his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begins. So Satam Prasanga, that is the main thing, that when pure devotee meets another devotee, or a devotee meets advanced devotee, then they discuss about glorification of the Supreme Lord, about Katha, Krishna Katha. But if you are talking about Gramya Katha, about material activity, then you will fall down. You will not. Even a moment's association with pure devotee is very, very advantageous. And a moment is association with demons, with asuras, with material talks, then you will fall down. That heart will come. Like you see some pornography, you go to a black, it is just said that if you go to a black, say, black coterie or black place, then Kajal ki coterie, coterie means a compound or a little place where you put enter like a closet. काजल की कोठरी में कैसे ही सयान हो जाए इवन वॉट एवर प्लेयर और एक लीक लागी पे है लागी you will get contaminated by that blackish blackish mascara. So one should never associate with a non-devotee, should always have a devotional association. If you are going to school, college, you could learn, but not to get contaminated by their activity. Some may be drinking, some may be doing many non with so much affairs which are not devotional. So one can learn academic knowledge, that is fine. But Prahlad Maharaj denied that also. He was taught politics and how to differentiate many, many things, how to rule, but he did not learn all. Automatically, when you are in that position, You learn that, but first thing that you have to become a devotee. So that is the process of advancing in Krishna consciousness and devotional service is described here. The first point is that one must seek the association of persons who are Krishna conscious and who engage in devotional service. Somebody who is Krishna conscious and engaged in not just thinking or talking. Talking has to be applied in your life also. Whatever you say or speak, you apply in your life. You act in that way. Without such association, one cannot make advancement. Simply by theoretical knowledge or study, one cannot make an appreciable advancement. So theoretical knowledge will should be practical. One must give up the association of materialistic persons and who talk about enjoying, let us go to cinema, let us go and drink, let us go to some naked clubs. Many ways that people eat nonsense. So all these things will make you fall down. You really understand that I have to advance in Krishna consciousness and get out of this material pool, then one must appreciate. साधु संग सर्व है तव मात्र साधु संग सर्व. So service or devotion cannot be offered to impersonalist or impersonal person. Service must be offered to a person. And that's why non-devotees, so people who are impersonal, that is also not good because they are not serving Krishna. Non-devotees cannot appreciate Krishna consciousness by reading the same Bhagavatam or any other Vedic literature. The activities of Lord are described. They think that these activities are fictional, but they are all real stories which are given. Otherwise, why Narad Muni and Ambarish Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj dwell on those? We have nothing to do with material. And he was seeing Krishna face to face at every step. When he was thrown from his throne, from a mountain, then he saw that Krishna came and hold him in between. And he was seeing an elephant, would have been crushed, and he was given poison, and he was in a snake pit. He saw Krishna. So he was some Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, न सोचती न कांसती सम सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद भक्ति लभते पराम. That he was looking for everybody equally because he see Paramatma in others. So association with devotees means association with the Lord. So devotees, because they talk about Krishna, so that is like if you are associating with Krishna directly. The devotees who make this association develop the consciousness for rendering service to the Lord, and then being situated in transcendental position of devotional service, he gradually becomes perfect. So consciously engaged in devotional service, in the association of devotees, a person gains this test for sensitive education. If you are gratifying the senses, then you will get not develop any test. Well, both in this world and in the next world, you won't think that I will enjoy. Like materialistic people, they do some pious activity. So pious activity and devotional service are completely different. Pious punya and bhakti, they are completely different. Punya you will enjoy and go to higher planet, but with the bhakti, you will go to Krishna Lok and serve Krishna more and more. So we have to sort of think of Krishna constantly about most of the people, like before, we used to be like when I was young child, people would chant Krishna's name. There would be Bhagavad Gita, or there would be Katha about Mahabharata, Ramayana, and there would be Ramayana reading would be in their homes, and people would go and bring things, first crop or anything to Krishna, to some temple or devotees. They will serve devotees. They will ask. But nowadays, generation and generation degraded, and they are all following Western culture, sex, drinking, meat eating, just womanizing. If they have a girlfriend, they think that they are in the heavenly planet and they forget about even little, like 15, 16-year old, and then they catch hold of some boy or boy catch hold of a girl, and that is their life, and they forget everything, what is his future life, who they are, and they don't have any. They come to the temple sometimes just for the pictures, just to take picture with Krishna as if they are equal to Krishna. This process of Krishna consciousness to associate with sadhus and serve them. That is easiest and the best process gaining this Krishna consciousness. When one is actually situated on the path of this service, is able to control the mind. So this is the mind control means when you chant, you naturally you can control the mind. So this is the discussion between Mother Devahuti and Kapil Muni, Kapil Dev, his son, Kapil, the son of Mother Devati. Thus, by engaging in the service of the modes of material nature, but by developing Krishna consciousness, knowledge of in renunciation, and by practicing yoga, the mind is always fixed in devotional service. So, Satam Prasanga, no Virya Samrita. So, what they talk about Krishna, no Virya means activities of Krishna, that's what they discuss about. The two vrata that we are talking, so text number 45. Putran, Viprati Kulan Swan, Pitara Putra Vatsalaha, Upalam Bhante, Shikshartha, Naiva Dhamma Paro Yata. A father and mother are always affectionate to their children. Uh, and when the this is Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking for Narad Muni. When the children are disobedient, the parents chastise them, not due to enmity, but only for the child's instruction and welfare. Sometimes, Shruti Mare Cham Cham Vidya Ave Gam Gam. Means that was in previous that a teacher should chastise, a father should chastise if he is doing something wrong. So much so that Ahilya, who is very famous in this Madhya Pradesh area, Holkar state, she was the queen, and his son was behaving nonsense. So she had her elephant crush his chest, and he was died on the spot. Because she said, "What is the use of having such a cruel son?" And she got him killed somehow or another. How did Hiranyakashipu, the father of Prahlad Maharaj, chastise such a noble son? This is what I am eager to know. So Prahlad Maharaj wanted to, this Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to know from Narad Muni that how a father, is always father and mother are affectionate to their son. How this demon who had done so much austerity is trying to kill his own son. What is the reason? So the text number 46, that is the last verse of this chapter. किमुता ध्रुवाशान् साधुस्तान् दृशान् गुरुदेवतान् एतत्कौतूहलं ब्रह्मन् अस्माकं विधम प्रभो पितुः पुत्राय यद्वेषो मरणाय प्रयोजितः. Maharaj Yudhishthir further inquired how was it possible for a father to be so violent toward an exalted son who was obedient. He was fully obedient even after Hiranyakashipu was dead. Prahlad Maharaj is asking for the wealth. He never felt enmity that my father is killing me, he is my enemy. He never felt that. That is, there is no Krishna means a devotee is also some equal to everybody. Brahmabhuta Prasanatmana Kuchitila Sampati Sanshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuta Mad Bhakti. And that is the kind of person who could get my bhakti. Param Bhakti can be got by somebody who is not envious to anybody. So his father was very, very violent, and but he charged his child, Prahlad, was obedient, well behaved, and respectful to his father. Oh, when his father asked him to come, he paid him obeisances, prostrated obeisances to his father, although he knew he is a demon. Oh, master, I have never heard of such a contradiction as an affectionate father punished his noble son with the intention of killing him. Kindly dissipate our doubts in this regard. Purport. In the history of human society, an affectionate father is rarely found to chastise a noble and devoted son. And so even in the whole history, you don't find such type of terrorizing his own son and trying to kill him. Therefore, Maharaj Yudhishthir wanted Narad Muni to dissipate the doubt. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purport of the seventh canto, fourth chapter of the Srimad Bhagvatam, entitled Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. Along with the universe, he is terrorizing his own self. So, next chapter 5, we will just read the beginning like summary of this chapter and how Hiranyakashipu was asking the question to Prahlad Maharaj and what was his reply. That's important. So, Prahlad Maharaj, chapter 5, Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. This is in response to his like This Yudhishthira Maharaj. So in response to Yudhishthira Maharaj's question, Narad Muni explains how Hiranyakashipu became so violent towards Prahlad. So, as you know, that because his brother Hiranyaksh was killed by Vishnu, and then he became pretty much like that. Vishnu is the cause of death of my brother, and so he did tapasya to gain power, and then he wanted to become God rather than he wanted to kill Vishnu. That was his plan, that I will be the God, and everybody should worship me. Nobody should perform, because Vishnu gets nourished by demigods. Demigods gets nourished by so many yajnas, tapasyas. So let us stop all fire sacrifices and Brahminical culture. Let us destroy all that. Vedic culture. So Narad Maharaj, so this is we are reading the summary from this Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 5, into 7, chapter 5. Did not carry out the orders of his teachers, for he was always engaged in worshipping Lord Vishnu. As described in this chapter, Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj even by having a snake bite him and by putting him under the feet of elephants. Yet he was unsuccessful because Krishna was protecting him all the time. And then Krishna protects many. It's not just you see in Draupadi, the life of Mirabai, she was given poison, Tukaram, and uh, so there are many instances that, and he's protecting in so many ways that we may not understand, but he protects. One time my wife was driving the car and it was another big truck was passing by and we had to take the exit. She put the foot on the brake and it is spin 3-4 times and then it starts going on the right way rather than hitting that big truck and getting smashed. Nothing, as if nothing happened, because she started chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna immediately. So anytime danger, if it comes, if we chant Krishna's names, it's only that person who is a devotee that Krishna comes in their tongue or in their mind. Otherwise, my God, oh, I'm dead. They will think of the accident rather than that this person has killed Krishna. But the devotee would always chant and think of Krishna. So Hiranyakashipu's spiritual master Shukracharya had two sons named Shanda and Amar, to whom Prahlad Maharaj was entrusted for education. Although the teachers tried to educate the boy Prahlad in politics, economics, and other material activities, he did not care for their instruction. Instead, he continued to be a pure devotee. Even with all this, when somebody says that we will kill you, okay, I will leave you. I will follow you. Then he is not pure. It's not strong. He does not want to depend on Krishna, but he was fully dependent on Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj never liked the idea of discriminating between one's friends and enemies because he was spiritually inclined. He was equal towards everyone. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatman Suchitina Kansati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu. That kind of person can get bhakti. Sama Sarveshu Bhutesh Mad Bhaktin Lavate Para. Para Bhakti, transcendental bhakti, can be gained by a person who is equal to everyone. Once upon a time, Hiranyakashipu inquired from his son. What these are the questions. What is the best thing? What was the best thing? What the best thing that he had learned from his teachers? So Prahlad Maharaj replied that a man engrossed in material consciousness of duality, thinking this is mine and that belongs to my enemy. So that is country to country, man to man, home to home, neighbor to neighbor. They are all become enemies because this is not mine, my body, my family, my relatives, my uncle. But we forget about others. They are also related because we are all children of Krishna. They are all our brothers and sisters. We should not discriminate. Continue with your devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj replied. So listen to this reply carefully. A man engrossed in the material consciousness of duality, thinking this is mine and that belongs to my enemy, should give up this household life and go to the forest to worship the Supreme Lord. His consciousness would be changed if he goes to the forest to worship the Supreme Lord. Worshipping, chanting nowadays, nobody goes to the forest. There is no much those kind of forest and you can't survive. But you chant and associate with devotees. Then, if that happens, uh, then he will be able to worship the Supreme Lord. So when Hiranyakashipu heard from his son about devotional service, means service to Krishna, he decided that this small boy has been polluted by some friends at school. Thus he advised the teacher to take care of boy so that he would not become a Krishna. He does not wanted him to become a Krishna conscious. He was thinking of it. However, when the teachers inquired from Prahlad Maharaj why he was going against their teachings, Prahlad Maharaj taught the teachers that the mentality of, so now that he is telling to the teacher that why you are going against your father's will. So he is telling that the mentality of ownership is false and that he was therefore trying to become an unallied devotee of Lord Vishnu. Mentality of ownership. This is mine. Everything belongs to Krishna. So how it could be mine? Ishawacham idam sarvam yat kena jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena mudita ma gada krishna. So mentality that this is mine, this is my enemy, and I am his enemy. So that is a wrong thought. Yes, whatever you use it for Krishna service. The teachers are being very angry at this anchor, chastised and threatened the boy with many fearful conditions. They taught him to be best of their ability, and they brought him before his father. Again, they brought to his father. Hiranyakashipu affectionately to his son Prahlad on his lap. And then, in fact, the first thing was when Hiranyakashipu asked him, "What did you learn?" He was that people who are engrossed in material consciousness of duality, thinking this is mine, this is the other, this is my friend, this is my enemy. Uh, so that is the first thing. Secondly, he's asking that uh, what the best thing was that he had learned from his teacher. What did you learn from your teacher, Sant and Amar, not from his teacher Narad Muni? So Prahlad Maharaj began praising the nine processes devotional service, such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Vismaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Satyam, Atmanivedanam. Thus the king of the demon, Hiranyakashipu, being extremely angry, threatened the teachers, Shant and Amar, that we will chastise you, you are teaching in something wrong, for having wrongly trained Prahlad. The so-called teachers informed the king that Prahlad Maharaj was automatically devotee. They did not taught him about it. He is automatically devotee and did not listen to their instructions. When they proved themselves innocent, Hiranyakashipu inquired from Prahlad where he had learned Vishnu Bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj replied that those who are attached to family life do not develop Krishna consciousness, neither personally or collectively. Instead, they suffer repeated birth and death in the material world and continue simply chewing the chew. It's enjoying what we enjoy, eating, sleeping, mating, depending. We enjoy with our sleeping, sleeping with our eyes, with our ears, with our nose, with our tongue, with our touch. So we like to enjoy with this five Gyanendriya. All the enjoyment is contained within these five sense organs that we like to enjoy. And we learn also. So they suffer repeated birth and death. So Prahlad Maharaj reply is very, very appropriate. Prahlad Maharaj replied that those who are attached to family life, uh, means karmis are family life or born in household of Gramedi, do not develop Krishna consciousness, either personally or collectively. Instead, they suffer repeated birth and death in this mortal world and continue simple chewing the chew. Because all this chewing the chew means eating, sleeping, mating, depending. everywhere in every species of life. You are like a dweep of the bush. Prahlad explained that the duty of every man is to take shelter of his devotee and thus become eligible to understand Krishna consciousness. We told that we want to explain about consciousness. So I hope you can all hear. So engaged in, so he became very much enraged. Hiranyakashipu threw Prahlad Maharaj from his lap. And since Prahlad was so treacherous that he had become a devotee of Vishnu, who had killed his uncle Hiranyakashipu asked his assistant to kill him. The assistants of Hiranyakashipu, they struck Prahlad with sharp weapons, threw him under the feet of elephants, subjected him to hellish conditions, threw him from the peak of a mountain, and tried to kill him. They tried to kill him in thousands of different ways, giving poison and snake feed and many, many other ways. Gila? Oh, snake. Just 2 minutes. It's my So Prahlad Maharaj had arrested him. The sons of Hiranyakashipu, the spiritual master Shukracharya, began to see Prahlad in their own way, but Prahlad Maharaj did not accept their instruction. While the teachers were absent from the classroom, Prahlad Maharaj began to preach Krishna consciousness in the school, and by instruction, all his class friends, the sons of demons, became devotees like him. So he was teaching in his way. So I have to go, but if there is any comments or questions, we can discuss and we will end the class. Little bit earlier, but I want to end the class. Oh, Hare Krishna. Neha, please come, please come. Welcome. Hare Krishna. So if you have any comments, questions, discussions, please unmute and let us. ना बाहर बाथरूम भी अच्छे छे एकदम. Hare Krishna. So can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Maharaj, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So if there is anybody has comments, questions about Prahlad Maharaj and his discussion with Hiranyakashipu and how he tried to kill him.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. That's wonderful class and explaining so nicely. I don't have any question, but I will request devotees, if you have any
Okay.
question, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will end here if there is nothing further to discuss. Okay.
Maharaj, Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Rupini Padma Mataji, you want to ask any question? Usually you have some question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for the class.
Thank you.
So let's pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Maharaj. One. Surinder Prabhuji, you have any question?
No, Mataji, everything is very done explained very nicely. Thanks, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Vancha
Okay.
Kalpata Kripa Sindhu Vaivasa Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Anant Koti Vaishnav की जय नमाचार्य शरण जय
जय
प्रभुपाद की जय ग्रंथ
जय
राज भागवतम की जय His
जय
Holiness ऋषि महाराज की जय.
जय.
So Maharaj, you which was the last verse you did, Maharaj? Oh, Maharaj dropped. ठीक है. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Let's end the call now.